Good morning, everybody. Anybody that is here? I guess I need to check to see who is here, whom be here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so 5 people watching. How are you guys doing this morning? Morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody, good morning. 19 people on. Thank you guys for stopping by. Some people get some notifications. That's good because they stop by right away. Other people, it takes them a while. They have to search for it, and that's good. Fine. How am I? I'm pretty good. I'm a little tired. Yesterday I was up late doing some work. It's month end close, so you gotta do some things. Gotta do some extra things here. Never hear this early. Well, never say never. That's why I don't use absolutes. Good morning, Matthew, and everyone. Good morning. Matt, definitely appreciate your channel. Well, thank you. That means a lot. Good morning, Don. Good morning, Diana. Good morning, Janet. Good morning from Lakeland, Florida. I'm usually asleep when you first go live. Yeah, well, at 7 o'clock, or usually at like when I first start, like early, or when I used to start earlier, I guess. Hey, brother. Good morning. What's up, people? Thoughts on crypto? I will get into that in a little bit. Only the faithful followers. Yeah. Can we see a green day? I hope we can see a green day. Right now we're at 1%, but yesterday, you know how it all went. We were at like 1% for a while, and then all of a sudden, we did increase to what I thought it was going to increase to, or close to it, resisting from 39, but I didn't say where it was going to close. It ended up closing a lot lower, around 35, which is ridiculous. But I just want to say thanks before a lot of people come. You helped me in my traders and to save money. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. No problem. That's what I'm here for, is to help people every way that I can. That's what these videos are for. It's not just for me to sit here and make money from them. I like to make money from, the stock market, obviously from YouTube, building my own business. It's great to be able to have support from people, but it's not just here to make money. I mean, I could post 29 videos a day if that was the case, but no, I'm here to help people. It obviously has to be something to where people can get value from it, and see the same things that I'm seeing, maybe. And if I'm in the stock market and I'm day trading, and the stock is going against me, there's a lot of times where I'll pull out of that stock and save a lot of money, and other people will do the same thing, just based off of some information that I said. So I appreciate that. That means a lot. I'm making coffee if you guys want some. I think we're a little far apart here. Good morning. Hey Matt, I told you about VGX token during the dip. I bought around 1.6. It's over 3 today. I don't know why. Maybe just catching the stream. Oops, not that one. VGX. I think you might have. I don't know what 1.6 is. 1.6 thousand? Like, how much did you buy of it? Yeah, you bought the dip at 1. Oh, you bought it at $1.60, and now it's at $3. So basically, you almost doubled the amount that you had in there. Okay, how much did you buy of it? Like, was it like 100, 1,000? different markets that you can buy it on. What was your token markets? Binance, Uniswap, CoinEx, Hit BTC. These are all the markets that you can buy it on. I think there's more markets. Well, it seems like it's it. But if I can't buy it on Coinbase, it's something that I'm not making a purchase of. But it does look interesting. And I probably said that before. Yeah, but you help us. So super thanks. Yeah, no problem. That G reverse split turned out to be a good thing. Didn't have enough shares to make a whole new one. So I'm getting cash instead. Gonna dump it all into GME. Yeah, and what did G end up doing yesterday? Did it increase? Did it decrease after that reverse stock split? Well, it did fall. It fell about 2%. So it's not horrible, but it's still not good. I think you're going to see that consistently fall. We are seeing cryptocurrency that is dropping down a little bit. Some cryptocurrency. Funny thing is, you can see Dogecoin that's dropping down, Ethereum dropping down, but my Coinbase account actually looks positive from what I've seen the last couple of minutes, and I want to check what that's all about. But right now, AMC is at 1% up on the day. It's about 40 cents up. GME is down. I don't know why I'm getting this so late. GME is down about 20 cents, about 0.13%. So that's where we stand. That's where we stand there. Let's look at now. AMC has fluctuated below 1%. About 500. The trader said could be a squeeze play. Yeah, I don't consider anything a squeeze play besides AMC and GME. Unless we have a bunch of people that are holding it, which majority of the people that are holding AMC and GME, that's, I use Voyager, it's not listed. Okay, yeah. Okay, I install an update. Oh, I exit. Oh, no. Maybe I can do it here. Sorry, give me a second. I guess I can't find it. What if I go to about? Daisy, what are you doing? No, it's up to date. Okay. People are worried about potential legislation that would increase taxes on crypto, if I remember right. Yeah, and it's only certain cryptocurrencies that are decreasing, from what I've seen. So my balance was a lot lower. Well, not a lot lower, but you've seen that it did go up to a high of basically 12,000, but it was up in the 10,000 range, and now it's up at 11,000. I want to know what is actually increasing a little bit. So farm token has fell down a little bit. That's down to 200 for me, where I invested in that. I invested at the beginning at 190. So I'll keep putting more into farm token. This is something that I do believe in to be pretty decent increase. So that's one that I am seeing here. Internet computer did fall down a little bit. Anchor coin did increase for me. Gitcoin increased. Yeah, that increased as well. So that's good, seeing that around, I guess, 9 cents or so. Litecoin still hovering around the same. Cardano still hovering around the same, I guess. Dashcoin did increase, I think. Trying to think what did end up increasing, or did I add to my positions? I don't think I added to my positions. Actually, I think I lied because I added more to Gitcoin. Okay, so it is up another $100 since I've been talking about it. But crypto does look like it's down. Let's look at the market as a whole. Coin market cap. We can see that the market is down 2.2%, down to 1.57 trillion. Ethereum is down 2%. Sorry, Bitcoin is down 2%. Ethereum is down 3%. Cardano is down 1.2%. Dogecoin is down 3%. Litecoin is down 3.5%. So cryptocurrency not making a large move right now. Hopefully we could see different as we go into the as we go into the rest of the day. People worry about more legislation. Are they still talking about the more taxes? Crypto industry faces a $30 billion tax threat from infrastructure bill. Why? Finally, infrastructure week and the Congress has hammered out the details of the $1 trillion bill, inching closer to the finish line. But one area that could face unpleasant consequences from the bill is cryptocurrency. Nearly $30 billion in taxes from cryptocurrency transactions as a part of the bill's pay-fors. New version defines a broker as any person who, for consideration, is responsible for providing a service affecting the transfer. Okay. Between the lines, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. Like, what is the rate that they're going to be taxing? Only getting attention from lawmakers when they want something. The industry has been hammering for clear regulations and laws, and bills have emerged over the years, but things today are far from a neat and comprehensive set of rules. By lawmakers, and cryptocurrencies are only used by criminals or a crock? What? I just want some actual information. What are they talking about here? Like, are they looking to tax it 70%? What would, I don't understand. Give me a second. Let me see if this has any type of detail here. Damn, you own a lot of tokens. Do you have any XRP? I don't have any XRP. I can't trade it on Coinbase. I could buy it on Webull, but I can't buy it on Coinbase. What's great is they're trying to regulate the crypto. Yeah. Good morning. I finally got a notification this morning. That's awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate you being here, and glad that YouTube finally decided to notify you. I picked the 1% BTC as my cashback reward on Coinbase debit card. It's in the infrastructure bill. I don't know, but people saying they want their own digicurrency. And get rid of our freedom. Yeah, I don't know about that. It is the infrastructure bill that is causing the dip. Yeah, it looks like 20 hours ago. But you would have seen that yesterday with that news. I guess maybe it's late news. There were a bunch of articles like 20 hours ago. There's a good video on what the Fed is trying to do with crypto. They were trying to take control. Of course they're trying to take control. They can't regulate anything. It's supposed to be something that they can't regulate. If they can't control how the market is moving, then they're not for it, right? The same thing that's going on with AMC. They don't want us to make money. I don't think the government wants us to make money at all. So no matter what, if they have any chance to help out the hedge funds or people or billionaires, people with money, they're going to help them out over us. And it's ridiculous. So we're sitting here waiting for AMC to make these moves, and it could take such a long time for that to happen that they might end up scaring people off. And this is what I don't want to have happen. I'm always going to be here, as a person that talks about AMC, talks about crypto, talks about investments. I will always be here. I am going on vacation next week, but only for like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'll be posting videos, but I don't think I'll be streaming those days, Thursday or Friday of next week. So I'll post a video and whatnot, but I won't be streaming. AMC is still consolidating. That's the way it looks. Let's actually go into the day to see what's happening here. We have only 35,000 shares worth of volume, 37,000 shares worth of volume in Webull. It's probably somewhere around 100, maybe 75 in Fidelity. That's what I'm guessing. Again, I did not get a notification, you being live, so I did a search and all I kept getting was the guy from Friends. What a shame that YouTube is doing this to you. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I have to deal with it, right? I can't just cry about it. I have to deal with it. It's okay. We have the core people here that search for me, and even though we have 20,000 people that have notifications on out of the 100,000 people that are subscribed to me. I don't know how many people are getting notifications. It's okay. It's fine. As long as you guys are here, I'm okay. Greetings from Chicken Moo Acres. Now with 100% less moo. You guys think China banned Bitcoin for the 12th time? They can't control it. Yeah, of course they can't. I mean, you can't control anything that happens there. I mean, not in today's world. I mean, they can ban it. They can do whatever the heck they want. Same thing with the U.S. I mean, they can try and regulate it, try and control it, but it's not going to work. I mean, the only thing that will work, and you'll get some form of outrage from it, is them saying, "Oh, we're going to tax crypto 70% or something." If they end up saying something like that, people are going to be completely upset. And then the only people that are going to get away from it, get away from that tax, is probably institutions and hedge funds that get into crypto because they just want to make money from it while we're making less money. They're noticing a lot of people are making money with cryptocurrency, going from 3 cents or 1 cent from that cryptocurrency all the way up to $100, $200. And those people are making so much money from that they don't want regular people making money, because that's money that they're not getting from a honest day's work, right? That's what they think it should be. The future should basically line up with the past, where everybody is just working a 9 to 5. I understand that you need people working 9 to 5s, but we're getting away from people holding these jobs. So a factory job can be done by a machine, even cashier's job. We're getting to a point to where everything's self-checkout. Like, there's so many different things where they're getting automated, where if we don't change how we're doing things, nobody will have a job, and we'll just have jobs to where people are just watching the machines do the work. No, you need to get past that, build businesses that, change the economy, and they're just trying to stick to the past. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Did you get a chance to check out Matt's video last night? It's a bit long, but I was thinking you should do a reaction to it. The 1 hour video with on dark pools, I did watch about 10 minutes of it. I didn't watch the whole thing, but it did seem pretty interesting. I got kind of, no offense, I got kind of like bored a little bit. I had to speed it up to 2x, but it did have some good information. And I may have just gotten bored because of the fact that it was late at night. I decided to check it out like really late. But yeah, it would be great. I need to record some reaction videos over there.
Yes, you can basically
I don't know what that's all about. Let me go over to Twitch. Thank you, whoever's viewing on Twitch. I appreciate you for being here. That's AMC. I was gonna say, when is GME went positive? Yeah, we're just waiting for some things to make some moves. We're not really making any moves. I mean, we could see DraftKings that's up. That's a good story there. Let's go back. I was too bored. Good morning, family. New to the group, quick question. I have a GE option for 122.15 call. To exercise it or hold? Thanks in advance. I don't know how that works. I don't know how it works. If it, I've never gone through it because I'm new to options. So hopefully anybody can answer that. So he has a GE option for 122.21, or you mean 122.22? I guess $15 call. But the problem is the price is at $100. Is that something that gets transferred into 2022? Is that something that gets moved into, like, I guess, a different bracket there, or you actually get that price increase from holding 100 shares or that one options contract? I don't know how that works. Because if you get that increase from going from 15 to 100, I mean, that's a pretty decent increase if that's the case. But I don't think you would ever get that. At least that would be my opinion. I think they would adjust it, but I don't know. Come on, folks. Only one like it at the moment. Only one like at the moment. Smash that like button. I don't see. I see 60 likes. Guys, we have 146 people in here. If you can hit the like button, that does help out the channel, so go ahead and do that. How long do you think they are trying to push the price down? Do you think they have a target or planning on dragging this out for months in the 30s to 40 range until majority of us get bored and of holding? So that's usually their plan, is when they lose and they don't have the room to push it down. So with us holding so much, they're literally incapable of holding it down at the lower levels that they were before. We're holding so many shares, and if they let go of any of these shares, which they did, letting go of about 30 million or so. They were at 100 million shorts, which I would imagine is probably back up to those levels. They're just hiding something from us. You're going to see those prices increase. Now they can't short this thing down to 0. They can't do that. I mean, they have endless potential in doing that. But I feel like if they do this, you're creating more of a war where people will buy so much at those lower prices. Yes, you'll have a lot of people that probably end up selling off, but the main holders that are into it for the long haul, they understand that you lower your dollar cost average in. If this goes from $30 or $40 down to $6, there will be so many people that are buying so many shares that they understand the potential of where this is going. And it's not just people that are selling, it's them, pushing this down. They're not going to do that. They're just going to hold this at a certain line. And if they hold it at a certain line, you start pulling people out of the position. And then you see that pump, and then you're going to consolidate again. Then you see that pump, you're going to consolidate again. They're going to keep trying to get it into a phase of consolidation where it doesn't break, higher and higher levels, just to be able to pull people out of it. And it's all a game for them. Seems like they keep borrowing more to short. Yeah, they didn't borrow anything yesterday, but they created, I guess that picture in people's mind, like, oh, we covered so much and we didn't need to borrow anything. You covered what, 6 or 5 million, 5.6 million shares, and you borrowed basically nothing. So they're trying to paint this picture, oh, they're covering everything, but borrowed shares does not mean shorted shares. They still shorted possibly over 10 plus million yesterday. Let's actually check Fintel data. So 8.2, they shorted 13.2 FINRA data, or FINRA volume. So you're looking at that compared to the total FINRA volume, and that's about 37%. Now that's just FINRA volume. That's not including CBOE or any other volume that goes in there. I can't get that data, but they did short quite a bit. So even though they didn't borrow any more shares, they shorted a lot. Curious if the stock reaches 0, can I buy all of them for free? Serious question. No, you could buy them for close to free. When it starts to get to those levels, it'll be like 0.0001 cent. But if it gets to those levels, it wouldn't make sense if it gets to those levels because we're holding so much. But if it does get to those levels, I'm buying so many shares. Like $1, I'm buying so many shares. $5, I'm buying so many shares. $10, I'm buying so many shares. There's no way that I'm getting away from buying this many shares of AMC. Now I've been buying crypto because it's been basically making the same plays that I think that a typical squeeze could make. The reason why I've been buying crypto is because we understand the potential of things that are a lot higher. So let's go to here, and we're going to see that. Let's go to something like Gitcoin. So Gitcoin, I understand I compare it to Bitcoin, right? And the reason why I'm doing that is because the circulating volume is 14.2 million coins. So this at $7 has the full potential chance to go to levels that Bitcoin is actually at. And if you buy 1,000 coins of Gitcoin, and that can rise to $100, that's a huge increase. $1,000, huge increase. $10,000, even bigger increase. And then you're looking at it as you're holding $1 million worth of Gitcoin. As you start to see a lot of these altcoins on the rise. So that's what I'm looking at with my crypto portfolios. So I'm playing AMC, and I'm here with the AMC play with GME, and we're holding for them to, I guess, give up. But I'm also playing things in the crypto space. Funko is releasing its first NFT today. That's with all the clothes and backpacks they must have sold for the back to school shopping. They should crush earnings on Thursday. Yeah, that'll be good. I would take every dollar I have access to and buy as much as I could. Yeah, so would I. There's no way that I would get away from that. I would buy so much. If AMC gets down to a fraction of a cent, Matt will just buy the rest of the flow. Yes, pretty much. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous price. If we're holding 80% of the stock, one, I couldn't find a way to buy the rest of the flow because it's probably all taken up. And I don't know how the only way we're physically buying is by, day trading back and forth. People are day trading and swing trading, but it just doesn't make sense. Like you compare this to other positions out there and, what am I looking for? Amazon. There we go. We're looking for Amazon, and Amazon is at $3,000 worth of a stock price. I'm sure they have somewhere around 60 to 70% of people that are holding it. You have institutions that are holding it for the long haul as well. But even though they just have the fundamentals behind it, we should be up in those areas. As long as they don't have any shorts out there, we should be up in the thousands right now. Absolutely in the thousands. Because you think about it, yes, a short squeeze brings it up to higher and higher prices, way above where it could possibly get to, right? 100K is something that's ridiculous. 50K is something that's ridiculous or, just unheard of. But then you start to look at realistic numbers like, 2,000, 3,000, 1,000 to 3,000 is definitely realistic without any squeeze happening. We're holding 80% of the stock. You don't understand how that plays, how that comes into play. This is, it should be in the thousands right now. Like it makes no sense to me at all with supply and demand rules, how we're not in the thousands right now. The only way that we're not in the thousands is by, them shorting the heck out of this thing. Am I wrong by saying that? Like, there's not many stocks that are being held at, 80% plus for retail traders, and then also institutional investors, which hold on for a lot longer than we do. Obviously not at this point. We're holding on a lot longer than they are, but usually they hold on a lot longer than we do. If they're doing that, then we're all holding the position, which means that this price should have skyrocketed if it wasn't for these naked shorts. It makes no sense whatsoever. If you're trying to have a price there, a lot of times when you get to a little bit of shares left in order to trade, that means that the price has to be higher because the demand is so high, right? Didn't they short Tesla like this for years? They shorted Tesla not like this. They shorted it, I guess, a little bit less, but you did have it increase to the thousands. They did short it, and they still short it. They still don't believe in where the price is. The price should have continued to go up, but they've been shorting it a lot more as people are not buying it as much, because all you see is all these articles. For however many years, they've been doing the same thing to Netflix as well. They haven't shorted a crazy amount, but they've been saying, oh, I don't believe in Netflix price, let me short this position. And then, Netflix goes up to crazy levels, or levels that I guess some of these analysts think is unheard of. They short companies, and they're wrong all the time, but then they force their way into being right. Doge is dropping a little bit. It's down to 19 cents. I'm wondering, bought them back at 30. Any thought on AMC being bought by Amazon or someone else? I don't know if that would happen. I would like if they implemented some sort of tech aspect to it. It would be great, but then you would have AMC theaters that would probably, or sorry, you would have Amazon theaters, if that's who would take it over, as a business that would only play their Amazon movies or originals or whatever, instead of playing everything known to man. I bet we still don't own 80%. I was thinking that it's probably around 70 to 80, because you do have people that are dropping off based on the amount of time that they're waiting. I hear it all the time where like, I can't play this play forever. I need to put my money into this or whatever. I need to pay bills. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I doubt Amazon would change the name. I mean, with this much traction, probably not, but eventually they would change the name. It would be like AMC Theaters by Amazon or something, kind of like Echo Dot by Amazon, sort of like that. But they probably would, prioritize their movies rather than anybody else's movies. But I don't know. I would like to see them more have like some sort of technology base to them, like change up the overall business plan. I know they can't do that now because they owe a lot of debt, but eventually they will. Maybe AMC and GME join company. I don't know about that. I don't know what that would be. I don't know what that would be about. Like how you would be able to do that. I don't know if you could do that. I mean, you could probably brainstorm something, but what was the Matt Twittering about? I don't know what that's about. What are you even talking about here? If you guys want an easy way to make new waves, just ask them how on earth they do these two stocks continue to drop if both of them have way more buy orders than sell orders every single day. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. This is why this is making me think that yes, $1,000 to $2,000 is the floor. I think $3,000 is a given as well. But I keep saying $1,000 to $2,000 is the floor. But this could go a lot higher, and it will go a lot higher because as long as people are holding on, that's the only piece. That's the only variable that we look at and say in the ultimate squeeze, what derails it? And that's people selling. If we have regular retail traders that are too worried about what they're holding, sorry. If we have regular retail traders who are too worried about what they're holding, then they're going to sell their position and it's not going to be good. So that's the only thing we worry about. I don't care about infiltration, into the ape community, whatever. They can talk about whatever they want. But as long as people stick to what they believe in, we will see this continue to grow. We will see this skyrocket out of nowhere. And these increases, they do come out of nowhere. We get upset whenever it starts to stay flat, whenever it comes back and falls or stays flat at some of these lower levels. It makes us think, oh, well, you know what? This is never gonna take place. It's never gonna increase as much as we think it is. Okay, you can keep that in your mind. But the only people that are having that in their mind are people that are not strong-willed, right? I'm a person that thinks about what the potential of positions are, but what was Matt Gorse talking about? I don't know. I'll have to look into it on Twitter. It's honestly the only hope for MC and GME. They join up and go into game gambling and GME. See, this is the thing. You don't have to think on a fundamental basis. So fundamentally, long term, yes, we're worried about the survival. However, the stock market can be completely separate from fundamentals. Fundamentals doesn't mean a damn thing when it comes to this play. The reason why is because they're already losing a bunch of money. They don't make a bunch of money as it is. We might go into another shutdown. However, if we support the business itself in buying the stock, then no matter what, we're seeing that continue to move on. Fundamentals don't matter. Obviously, we need the business to survive. They can't go into bankruptcy. And if we physically need to get to a point to where they have to, offer shares, I don't think that that's a bad thing at some of these higher levels. The only reason is if they have to physically save the business at that point with money, I'm sure we will be there to support them, because if the business goes bankrupt, buy stock, right? So we can't have that happen, but we need to find a way to support the business every way we can. So if there is a shutdown, I'm probably going to be supporting anything that comes on as new shares so that they don't go bankrupt. But that's in the future, and hopefully that doesn't get to that point to where they try and prolong this thing. They could be trying to push this thing along as long as possible so that they get to a point to where they run out of money and then they basically start building up debt again. That could be the case to where they're trying to level this thing out for years, because they only have enough money to last them, I believe, until either mid or end of 2022. So if they continue this out for a long time, then you could see the business go bankrupt on its own. And that's not what we want. So I will be there to support the business if it ever gets to that point. But right now, I think we're as holders and retail traders, we're sitting here holding the position, waiting for this to make a huge move and then buying these dips. So you have thousands of shares, buy 4 shares every week, just out of spite. Listen to you every morning driving to work. Starts my day out great. Thanks. No problem. Thank you for the super chat. That means a lot. But yeah, I mean, that's great that you buy more shares, every day. You're always supporting the business, especially where it's at. I do believe that this is going to go a lot higher. So, you shouldn't really worry about it being down at 35 or having a cost basis of 30 or having a cost basis of 50 or having a cost basis of 60. I understand it looks bad on your P&L right now, but it's going to look a lot better once we start getting into higher and higher territories. That's only if people continue to hold. I need to buy more GME. When GME explodes, AMC will follow. So GME already sort of exploded. It didn't like completely explode to where it should get to. I don't know how many shares people are holding of GME. However, they do have less shares outstanding, which is always a good thing, which creates more fluctuation, more room for growth. So if a lot of people are holding it, then you're going to see the same thing. I think both of them are going to squeeze at the same time. AMC looks like it's being hit. It's being hit a lot more. So when that starts to when that does blow, I think AMC might blow a little bit more. And it's not coming from like a person that's biased or anything, because I do have positions in both. I just do feel as though something that's lower price will always see more action than something that's higher price. So AMC being at what, 170, 160? I don't really know exactly what it's at. I haven't checked it in a while. 157. That's a higher price than where we are with AMC. However, that is lower compared to some of the highs that it's been to. So I wish that I can make a move into GME right now to buy more at this point. I'm not trying to stir the pot, but the state I live in, unfortunately, won't be doing anything else in terms of COVID prevention. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. From what I've seen cases that were rising, but and with the new variant, I've seen people that have the vaccine or don't have the vaccine that are still getting the variant, and it's just I just don't know what to think at this point. So, I highly doubt we see another shutdown. Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, it's just going to be herd immunity at this point, and I mean, cases and deaths are going up, pretty fast. But whatever. I don't know. I'm so sick of YouTube not alerting me. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why they're not doing it. It's okay though, as long as you're here some point in the day. But good morning, Kriegs. Your opinion on next week's earnings? Give me a second. Why am I getting a reporting date of today? That can't be right. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm getting an earning date. What's the earnings date? Monday, August 9th. I mean, I just don't think of anything about fundamentals. It's always great to be able to have, fundamentals in play, but I just don't think they'll be positive in any way. Natural immunity is the way for the healthy. Yeah, YouTube sucks. YouTube does suck. If they lock things down again, I'm gonna be pissed. Yeah, so am I. But I've been stuck in this house anyways. I hope they just don't lock down any golf courses because that's what I want to do. The reason we're seeing cases go up is because 40% of Americans didn't get vaccinated. Chickenpox vaccine, tuberculosis vaccine, measles vaccines, polio vaccine. You took all these vaccines as a child and you didn't turn out. Uh, Monday, August 9th, 2021. The issue with and I'm nowhere near a person that understands everything, and I probably shouldn't even speak on it. But no matter what, you would have people that are not vaccinated visiting the country, and then you would always have some sort of a variant. In my opinion, no matter what, there would always be that variant. The variant, the first cases of the variant weren't over here. Am I right by saying that? So as you had the original COVID that came over here, and I should probably be saying that, the original disease come over here, you have the variant come over here as well. So I don't know. You're definitely right, but I don't know what's happening anymore. I just don't want to see it shut down. That's all I care about. But I also care about the health of people. So I want people to live, and I don't want to see it shut down. 5X estimates for its earnings. It's going to run like Nike. We cannot argue over vax on here. Yeah, I'm not arguing for vaccine or not vaccine. I'm just saying people that have the vaccine or are not getting the vaccine are able to still get COVID, or the variant. So it bothers me. Yes, it does bother me that 40% of the country decides that they don't want to do it. I don't like that, but either way, I think it's just not. It's. I'm not saying the vaccine is not working. It's just overall, it's just like you would have the common cold and have variants of that every year. You were literally talking to the wrong person about this. Yeah, exactly. I'm not a doctor. I know doctors. I've talked to doctors on a daily basis, but there's nothing that they can talk about the science behind everything. Like, they understand what's going on to an extent, but not to a level to the people who created it or went through trials or anything like that. Here's the thing: there's a country with 1%. So if we don't close the borders totally, it doesn't matter. More than that, these illegal shorts are getting old. Yeah, they're getting very old. I absolutely hate them, but it's not like I'm ever giving up on the position. The thing that I hate to see in my account is ZOM, SOS. Dogecoin is not making a move as well. All of these positions for me that are down $2,000 to $1,000 to $2,000 is not something I like to see. I would probably rather put those into cryptocurrency, or should have invested later or put more money in at these lows, which means that the total amount that I would be investing into these positions would be a lot higher. Like I think ZOM somewhere around $5,000 or $6,000 worth, and then SOS is the same thing. You know, all that money could have gone into some cryptocurrency for the long haul, but now I feel like I'm gonna miss that because I'm trying to gain $2,000 with ZOM, or sorry, $7,000 with ZOM and $2,000 with SOS. The issue is that now I'm down SOS, the amount that I wanted to gain for SOS. ZOM is almost halfway there to, you know, the negative amount. So it's just not looking great for those positions. AMC, I'm comfortable with. I'm letting it sit there. GME, I'm comfortable with. I'm letting it sit there. Even though I'm down about $1,000 on GME, I'm still up quite a bit on AMC. So overall, I'm still up on my portfolio, but I would be up a lot more if ZOM and SOS weren't kind of just in the shitter right now. So I hope to see a move with some of these positions, because SOS is up 1%, and hopefully SOS will make that move when crypto makes a move. But obviously I want to put the money that I have in SOS in crypto, you know. Let's see what ZOM is doing. It's probably somewhere still at 60 cents, 62 cents. Yes. It went to a high of 63 cents. Once we see a lot of the volume pick up, we're definitely going to see this make a move. But the problem is that it went down to a very low low. Thanks for all you do, Matthew. Yeah, no problem. To my fellow apes, don't become a weak ape. Continue to hold it. Pay off at the end. Yeah, I mean, I can't tell anybody what to do. You can do whatever you want. Just know what I'm doing. I'm holding my position. Matt, you need to get in on XRP ASAP, at least 10,000 coins. See, the issue with XRP, I like XRP, right? I like it. The issue with XRP is that it's one of those main coins that will be used as a transaction base, from what I'm understanding. And I know I don't get into use case as well. Sorry, I was reading another comment. I know you won't get into that as well, but what we're going to see here when we go into XRP, sorry, let me go here, and we go into XRP. One, I can't buy it on Coinbase, which is definitely a horrible situation. You can buy it on Robinhood and Webull, which is great. But some of these prices that it has got to in the past, I believe $3 here of a high. I can't even get to it. Somewhere around there, $3 of a high, right? You look at the amount of supply, it's 46.3 billion, which means that $3 to $5 is probably somewhere around the highest point that, or I guess mid-level point to where it can get to. If you compare it to Ethereum, that's like the highest point. If you compare it to Bitcoin, then it's somewhere around the middle ground. But it's not something that's going to go to $10 or $100. I just don't believe that that's the case. The max supply that you could see here is 100 billion coins, which brings it on the level of Dogecoin, because Dogecoin that has an unlimited supply, right? Unlimited max supply, but it adds on 5 billion coins every single year. If this is at 46 billion, has a max of 100 billion, that brings the market cap of the market cap height or ceiling that it can get to a lower and lower level as those coins increase. So this is where I start to get stuck, is with certain positions, you can only see so much of a gain, which no matter what, either way, up to $5, $10, whatever it can actually get to, is not bad. It's not, because that's, you're basically 10xing your money, whatever you have in there. If you have 10,000 coins, or let's say you have $10,000 worth of XRP, you can 10x that up to $100,000, which is great. It's absolutely phenomenal. But do I think that's the absolute best position that's out there? No. Will I put some money into it? If it's on Coinbase, yes. Other places, then no. That's the only issue that I have with XRP, is that the supply is so high for something that's known as like one of the main coins that's out there. Matt, check out HEX coin. I'm digging into it, and it has piqued my interest. Is it a coin that has not that's already on Coinbase, or sounds familiar. I don't know why it does. So it's not supported on Coinbase yet, but you do have the data on Coinbase, which is a good thing. Right now it's at 13 cents. It is at 173 billion supply, which is on a level that's higher than Bitcoin. Or sorry, not Bitcoin, Dogecoin. It is higher than Bitcoin though, but it's way higher than Bitcoin. 173 billion supply is pretty high. That means that getting to $1 will be tough. Getting to $1 will still be 173 billion, in market supply. Right now, you're at 22 billion in market supply, which is not unheard of. It's just there's a lot of positions that are not at those levels. If we look at coin market cap as a whole, you can see that there's only 2 cryptocurrencies that are over 100 billion dollars. And that's Bitcoin and Ethereum. You have seen XRP over that point. You have seen, Dogecoin over that point. But you don't see many coins that are over that point of 100 billion. So that's where it gets to be like a little bit unheard of. And it's not saying that it will not get to those points. It's just something that doesn't happen often. Do you know what I mean? So I guess that's one thing that I would worry about. It does look like it has consistent growth. I do like the chart and the way that it's moving consistently. And yes, everything has fell down to a certain level, and it looks like it is starting to fall from July up to 16 cents or 18 cents down to this level of 12 cents. And it looks like it's stair stepping on the way down. I don't know. It's not something that I'll buy because it's not on Coinbase, but you can definitely find an opportunity whenever it does settle at some of these lows. It's up about 2,920%. XRP is better for the environment. Yeah, that's good. Yes, unfortunately, I started RB, and now they're showing me two different prices on my portfolio than the stock page itself. Smart man, don't get XRP. People need to do homework themselves instead of listening to YouTubers show coins. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that will say XRP is going to crazy levels, and you got to understand, you got to start putting some sort of limit on things, and it's not just a buy and hold and just wait for it to go to a crazy level, because market cap won't allow it. I understand there's people that will look at it and say, well, market cap won't allow AMC to get to some of these levels. Well, it kind of does. You see other market caps that are a lot higher than what AMC has, i.e., Amazon. So, and I understand Amazon has fundamental aspect to it, but if you're just looking at it as a market cap standpoint, it can get to those points. Coinbase is big trash. That's funny. The only thing I don't like about Coinbase is that they take a while to list things. And I understand the reason why. I mean, they want some things that are legit. They don't want anything that is just sitting out there as kind of like a shit coin. They want something that has some sort of use case to it, that has a backing behind it, that's well established. So it takes a while. So you can't get in at these very low lows. You have to get in at higher points. So you can't get in at 1 cent, but if you get in at 1 cent on other platforms, like say, Filecoin or any other, coin that's out there, that's at like 1 cent or 0.001 cent or whatever, you're going to see that you get to a point to where it ends up getting listed on Coinbase if it's legit. And then you can gain all of that out of the Coinbase growth and, all that stuff. I transferred out another wallet. Just a suggestion. I also 100% guarantee there will be price movement in AMC and GME today. Everything's gonna move now. I don't know how that guarantee will go if you open and close at the same level, then there's basically no price movement. Dogecoin has an infinite supply. Yes, they do have an infinite supply. But the problem is where it is now, it still gives it a very difficult road to $1 because it's 130 billion coins. Same thing with, XRP. If you have 46 or 40 whatever billion coins, it's easy to get to $1 right now because it's only 46 billion market cap. Sorry, I'm stretching. Oh God. Ooh, I've been stressed this morning and it feels great. But yeah, it's a $46 billion market cap. If you get to $1, however, $2 is, a $92 billion market cap, which is not crazy. But the problem is that you're not going to see many currencies get above $100 billion worth of a market cap as of now. Eventually, when you get to altcoin season and everything's taking off, you might see a lot of things get to, 100 billion. Dogecoin has I just read that. Certificate of deposit locked crypto. I'm way far behind when it comes to the chats. Let me go to members only, guys. Sorry for all the people that I'll answer some other things. I'll try to answer all of these. The Doge is done, supply is too big, won't hit 50 cents again. I don't know about that. I would have to disagree. It only increased by 1 billion so far. Doge shoots itself in the foot with creating 10,000 per second. What's the reason though? The reason that they create that like that is because they actually put a little bit of thought behind this, and maybe they just they looked at it and said, all right, we're comparing this to the US dollar or comparing this to whatever. Having an unlimited amount of supply just makes it that transaction-based currency. Eventually, it's going to get to a point to where, 30 years down the line or whatever, you get to a level to where it's going to be tied 1-to-1. It's going to be worth $1 for the dollar as long as people continue to use it. So if you're using it as a transaction-based currency, which is low cost to transfer, it's going to transfer fast, then you're going to be using it as compared to that dollar, and adding on 5 billion coins, 5.2 billion coins every year is its own like inflation basically. So it keeps it low, it keeps it humble. It's not going to get it to lower or crazy high levels. Market cap, yes, will be pretty high, but it's going to be comparable to the US dollar or close to it. Do I think Dogecoin has more potential than XRP? No. I think they both don't really have potential as something that you're looking at as going to get to Bitcoin levels or Ethereum levels or whatever. I think they both are more transaction based. I mean, it's all about transactions. It's all about taking that coin and spending it, giving someone that coin for a product. That's basically what I'm seeing it as. Other things, you can see that in it, but you can also see value in holding the position, in the investment of it. And hopefully that's the case when you start to get into this thought of staking coins. You start to look at people holding it for a longer period of time and gaining some money out of it. You only like Coinbase because of they haven't stolen from you yet like they did me. It's almost 8 months and I'm still waiting on my 776 from them. I don't know what you mean. How did that happen? You're waiting on your $776 from them. What did you do? Did you withdraw? Do you think Dogecoin has more potential than X? Oh, I read that. Pancake swap that. It's way confusing for me. I don't have 2 hours to figure out how to buy Baby Doge or some weird crap. Yeah. The issue with a lot of these positions that you need to look into that people tend to neglect is the supply, right? You're looking at that supply, and a lot of people will say, "Oh, Baby Doge," or Shiba Coin, and you're seeing 394 trillion coins. For that to get to $1, that would be ridiculous. For it to get to 1 penny, it would be ridiculous. So what people don't tell you about this is the supply is insanely high, and to see an altcoin get to that level without even being listed on like a major platform is just ridiculous. I don't know, and that's just my opinion, but Shiba Inu coin, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu coin, Safe Moon as of now, Baby Doge, all of these ones that have trillions of coins are going to be very tough for it to even get to a point that we're all hoping for. You're like, oh, if this gets to 1 penny, it's going to be crazy. But in order for it to get to 1 penny, it would need a crazy market cap for something that's 1 penny. It just makes no sense to me. Like it makes sense what they're trying to do, but it's not something that can happen. XRP has way more potential than Doge. I think they both have. XRP has an actual use case. I mean, I think both of them actually have a use case at this point. Doge was created as a joke, but actually was, I guess, modeled off of something that had a really interesting layout. It literally can be that transaction-based currency if we use it that way. We can buy everything on Doge, and it won't cost a lot in order to transfer it, in order to pay with it, in order to make transactions with it. It's just not going to cost a lot. I believe the same thing with XRP. So, guys, we have 261 people in here. If you could hit the like button, that would be great. We got about 50 minutes, 47 minutes to the stream. So, thank you guys for being here. Morning, Matt. It's been a while. Last time I watched you, sounded like you had no airflow through your nose. Glad to hear it's cleared up. Thoughts on AMC's price action over the last month? The last month just haven't been. Oh shoot, it hasn't been amazing. Obviously, you can look at the price and see it go from 70 plus to down to 30, and it didn't break 30. Thank God it didn't break 30. Because that just brings a lot of people off the table. But I mean, everything that's happening here is their plan, right? The hedge funds just want to take money from us. And the more that this drops, if it drops by half, which it did, 70 down to 35 or down to 30 by more than half, you start to drop off a lot of people. So people that are buying at 70, yes, there's a lot of people that are not holding. Wow, Tesla's above 700? That's amazing. Sorry, I got sidetracked. But there's a lot of people that bought at 70 that probably got out of the position because all that FOMO buying, went away. People don't believe that it goes up to these levels. People have this thought, oh, $100 is the level. But then there's a lot of, us apes out there that understand that $1,000 or $2,000 is literally the floor. $100 is nowhere near the floor. We're literally we're getting on the elevator here, and we're going down to the basement at this point, and we're waiting for it to go back up to the first floor and then end up making that move. So I don't know if that even worked, but it's crazy. Need a clearance price on that Red Profit Hands hoodie. Yeah, I know they are pretty expensive. Also, you need to wash it a bunch of times. I still need to work on the quality there. The quality of the hoodie itself, like the outside of it, the feeling of it feels great. It's just the red hoodie, I had to wash it, and I washed it with my clothes, which bled on a lot of other things. So you have to wash it alone, which I didn't know because I don't buy many red things. So that was my issue. But yeah, I mean, it's a great hoodie. I really like it. But yeah, I know what you mean. It is pretty pricey because the premium level of that is great. Like the quality is great. That's why the price is so high, but they take a large cut out of it. Will 10/9/21 Doge will go back towards the moon. Yeah, I don't think I think at this point Dogecoin does have the potential chance to go to higher and higher levels, but it's looking like what they're going to do is they're going to basically settle around where, like, tied 1-to-1 with the US dollar at max. It does have that potential to go a lot higher, but people need to get behind it in order for that to happen. So I know there's a lot of other cryptocurrencies that have more like potential. This was supposed to be like kind of like an easy, cash grab for a lot of people, which it was. And it's going to be something to where it does have a use case, but depending on how people want to use it and if businesses start to implement it, then it could be something bigger. But when it comes to making money out of the overall situation, from 20 to 100, yeah, you can 5x 100 cents, I guess, from 20 to 100 cents, or I guess 20 cents to $1, you can 5x. Yes. From lower points to $1, you can 5x. But a lot of people are just looking for, double or triple. And maybe they put a bunch into it. You have the Dogecoin millionaire who could have easily cashed out $1 million or $1 million+ and put those into other crypto plays, which he would have had tons of money at some of these highs. It would have been to where he could literally fund everything that he's ever done off of that. $1 million, taking that and putting it into other cryptocurrencies. Probably need to take out only half of it and put it into other cryptocurrency. You could have a lot more. Matt, Tesla was 700 plus since yesterday, but I haven't looked at it since yesterday. So that's the issue. Typically I will look at a lot more, but month end close, I don't look at anything. Heading to work, but we'll stay listening on the road. Time for some overtime tendies. Any new stocks you're thinking about? Not at the moment, because I don't have any money to put anything into. All of my free cash has been going into cryptocurrency. Everything that's sitting on in the stock market for me is just held in AMC, GME, SOS, ZOM, and some AMC calls. But I'm not looking into anything right now because I don't have any money for it. So why look into it, see the potential, and then get upset when the potential goes the way that I hoped? So I don't ever like to do that, because then that creates a mindset to where you're like, oh, I missed out on this opportunity. I missed out on this opportunity. I missed out on this opportunity. And it's just not what you want to do. You don't ever want to harp on missed opportunities. You want to kind of keep those blinders up and not do that. I bailed around 690. Just rode the wave short term and it did okay. Crazy, it went above 700. Yeah, that's insane. Tesla going above 700. And it's not insane because obviously they've been up to those points, but just seeing that is good, because I remember buying in at 600 and gained a decent amount from it up to 650, I believe. And then I ended up selling, gaining a decent amount of money from it. And then putting that money into, I believe, AMC, or I can't remember. I can't remember if I put it into AMC or if I, withdrew the Tesla money and put it into my bank account. I'm not sure. Something went into my bank account because I had to fund some long-term investments over in my Fidelity account. What do you think about Anchor Coin? My $1,500 investment. Is it a dollar investment or share investment, or coins, I guess? A month ago is already up to 2,400. Yeah, I mean, I like Anchor Coin. Anchor when I look at Anchor and I look at the supply, this is something that's one, it's listed on Coinbase, so it's taken a little bit, more seriously, right? But this is a coin that I looked up as something that was tied to something else. I think it was Filecoin. It was tied to Filecoin, right? So it moves tightly with Filecoin, moves against Quant, and that's a position that I do have. But I do like Anchor Coin. Seeing the supply, the circulating supply is only 7.7 billion. That's not crazy. For that to get to $1, that would be a $7 billion market cap, which is not insane. Getting up to a level of $10, $10 would be a $70 billion market cap, which is not insane. So seeing this level, you can easily get to some of these levels. And I have 10,000 Anchor Coin. So I have about 900. I guess it makes it even. $948. Yeah, $948. And it will continue to grow as we see that make a move. I do like this position. It's 23rd most held on Coinbase. People are still buying this. The typical hold time, which is something I really like to see this high, 47 days. This means a lot of people are holding this position for a long time. That's what I love to see. This gets over 40 or it gets over 30, up to 40, up to levels that Bitcoin or, Ethereum or whatever is at. Those are at 70. If it gets up to those levels, that's where you'll start seeing, higher and higher price movement because people are holding on to the position for a longer time, for a longer investment. So I like seeing that. It's not something where people are just trading it every single day to gain pennies out of it. No, they're okay with it going to 10 cents and they're holding on to it for a long time. So this is something where I'm totally interested in buying 10,000 more coins, and having about 20,000 coins, but we'll see how that plays out because I'm already holding about $2,000 worth of Harvest, $2,000 worth of Internet Computer, $1,000 worth of Litecoin, which I would like to have about $2,000 there. I would love to have $2,000 of Gitcoin. That's going to happen in the future because just looking at that, at certain levels of 14 million, once that gets to a level where people are holding it a lot more, it's already at 10 days, 84 most held, we'll see that increase a lot more. Trey's new video explaining we could drop to 25 and fill the gap, or we could bounce off of 31. If I had the money, that's the issue. Is if I had the money to put into the stock market, right? I actually, and this is no offense to, I guess, well, it's kind of an offense to my strategy. I probably would not focus on anything else until AMC and GME played out, because yes, there's a lot of plays out there. But I wouldn't focus on anything else in the stock market because of the fact that maybe some day trades here and there, but I'm not looking into it. And the reason why I don't look into it for day trades is because if I did that, then it's a missed opportunity and it creates that mindset for me. Then you start thinking about the opportunities that you're in and about how much money you can make outside of that. And then ZOM or SOS ends up taking off, or some crypto that you wanted to get into ends up taking off. Then you start to get into a flow of missed opportunities and it does not pan out well for you. Like it's not a good situation if you ever get into a flow of missed opportunities. So I don't want that to happen. And I've been in that flow before, and you have to pause, you have to stop. Don't worry about anything, have tunnel vision on whatever you're holding, and then you can go from there. So I would love to answer that question. I truly would. Every single time that question comes up, and I'm not in a longer term investment, I guess it was supposed to be shorter term, but a longer term investment, I will answer that, 10 times out of 10. But I'm not going to answer it because I don't want to talk about missed opportunity. Anything that is an opportunity in crypto, I'm in that opportunity. Anything that's an opportunity in AMC or in the stock market, which is AMC and GME, I want to stay in. I would love to be able to get up to a point to where ZOM it gets to a comfortable state where I gain a comfortable, $1,000, $3,000, dollars, so that I can take that money and, not have it in the stock market. I want to only have what's in AMC and what's in GME, and then maybe some calls as well. I'll wait until Matt's off to watch Trey's new video, but I certainly won't miss it. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I haven't actually seen his video come up on my feed, but I didn't take a look at it. I went to a high frequency trading for UK markets last night. Any advice? I don't have any advice. You went to a high frequency trading for UK markets. Yeah, I don't have any advice on that. I don't even know, how the UK markets really work, to tell you the truth. Probably the same way, but I don't know what advice I can give you there. I shouldn't give you advice because it's all my opinion. Yeah, thank you for understanding, Gabriel. Typically, I will answer that question and go into a lot of different positions, and even to a point to where we all create a watch list together to understand what we would look at as a buying opportunity, as something that's moving quite a bit daily. That's something that I would love to be able to do, but I think with this eventual, AMC and GME play, we're going to see a lot of other stocks end up getting, liquidated, and we do have some opportunities to make money. But if I don't have any free money for it, then it makes no sense to make that play. I think I need about $5,000 to $10,000 to make some of these plays so that I can buy 100 shares of something. Likes 162, viewers 280. Fire up your thumbs up, people. Yes. 280 people, guys, hit the like button. If you haven't had a chance to do so, please do it. It does help out the channel and, supports, us YouTubers here. Even if you hit the dislike button, go ahead and do that. Just some support makes sense. I haven't played a single ad, so I'm going to play an ad in this video right now. Circulating supply is 14.2 million. The total supply is 100 million. I think you're a bit off with the potential of the coin. I think more coins will be released and mined unless the other coins are locked. So yeah, you're right. The issue is what we're looking at with that potential. 14.2 million. 100 million is still very little, but 14.2 million creates a lot of fluctuation. And however they're releasing those coins, they will release those coins sporadically. They won't release them all together. You know what I mean? So 14.2 with the amount of people that can get into something so fast, this can go up to higher levels and then end up pulling back once they do add more coins on there. So yes, they'll add more coins, but currently at 14.2 million, that means that you really only have that bit that you're worried about. However, that the other addition is being added in, that's something you can look at as well. But still, 14.2 million right now means that any amount of movement, any big amount of movement will make the price fluctuate because of the total supply that's out there as of the moment. So we always need to look at that, because if we looked at the total supply, then we would say that Dogecoin wouldn't even hit a penny, because the total supply can get into the trillions if they wanted to, right? So you don't always look at the total supply. You can look at the total supply as a full potential for a long-term play, but am I looking at Gitcoin for a long-term play? No. This is a short-term, probably a couple of months, and see that skyrocket out of nowhere. So it's less of a long-term play to see all of those coins implemented. It's more of a play to where I'm only going to see a partial bit of those coins actually jump out at me. But yes, you're right. Long-term play, 100 million is something that's a lot higher, but it is not crazy high. Ethereum is at 115 million coins. So if you're looking at that compared to Gitcoin, it's still lower than, Ethereum actually is. It's lower than ICP actually is. So there's definitely other ways that you can look at it, but you do need to look at total supply. You do need to look at, the total current supply. Well, next week will be a huge earnings week. Could see a market correction after that. Yeah, I'm just hoping for this week to be something. We can always see, we can always see a 50% day out of nowhere. You never really know. I mean, it's truly unpredictable, and that's something that I absolutely hate about it, is that it's truly unpredictable, because I want to be able to predict it, but I can't, because things just move for no reason. You'll see a massive increase after a lot of shorting that they did have out of nowhere, and we understand what they're doing. We do. I'm so hungry. I'm gonna eat something. I ate like nothing yesterday. That's what month end close does to you when you're actually like in it, and you need to get a lot of things done. I didn't eat. I ate a very little bit of breakfast late in the day. I didn't eat lunch. Do I mine? Do I mine what? Or do I mine coins? No, I don't mine coins. As of now, I don't. I was thinking about it. Someone was talking to me about helium, I think. Thank you for explaining that. I appreciate that. Yeah, no problem. I mean, that's something that you bring up a good point, because if you didn't say that, I would have never explained it. So I appreciate you, saying that, because a lot of people will just look at the supply on Coinbase. And if you look at the supply on Coinbase of, I don't know where Gitcoin is. You look at that supply on Coinbase, you see the 14.2 million, but that's current supply. That's what you're looking at, saying, okay, with this movement, it makes sense of the supply that's happening. Now, I still don't know how many they're adding in, per day or per year or whatever, or if they're adding it in, sparingly as price goes up. Maybe they add in more coins. Maybe they added in some more as you've seen it go up to levels here. It went up to a level of $8, close to $9. Is that something where they added in some coins? Possibly. But this is something that I'm going to continue to hold on to for a while. This was introduced in May of 2021 of these lows. So you can expect a lot more out of this. But what you do need to do is go over here and say, hey, what's the max supply out of it? Get a little bit more data out of it. And you have Gitcoin here. And you could say the max supply or total supply that they have is 100 million coins. So is that fully implemented? I don't believe so. Total circulating supply is only 14.2. So I guess it does have a longer life here. Maybe not. We got up to 16, above $16 or so. So yeah, you can get to higher and higher numbers. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to buy and hold on to this and let that get above 100, 200, 500, maybe hold on to 1,000 coins. We'll see how this plays out. You never really know. But I'll keep adding to this position because it's only 100 million coins compared to some of the other ones that we are looking at, which has 1 billion or 7 billion coins. If it has 1 billion coins, that's literally 10 times the max supply that's here. So just wanted to get an understanding. Yeah, it's good. I appreciate the question. All right, so we have about 30 minutes to the stream. I guess 24 minutes to be exact. Make sure you guys hit the like button. I appreciate the 300 people that are here. Anybody that's over in Twitch, I'm sorry if I missed it. Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes and viewers. I don't know. I don't. I don't want to. I don't want to buy followers. Man, traffic was nice. I got here way faster than I thought I would. Now I have to wait for the boss to get here. That happens sometimes. All right, so AMC is currently up 0.57%. It's up 20 cents in the pre-market. We have about 138,000 shares worth of volume in Webull alone. If we're looking at 801, we're going to see 40,000 shares worth of volume. We can also see some other big movers as well. However, it's not a lot of volume, so we're not seeing a ton of buying activity that's going into this position. I would imagine we are still seeing some shorting activity that's going on. As you look at some of this Fintel data, we get into some of the Fintel data, we can understand that 13.2 million shares were shorted yesterday out of FINRA, just FINRA alone. So then you're looking at 37.25 FINRA short volume ratio. Overall short volume ratio is probably still hovering in between, let's say 28 and that 37 mark. You don't really know what the other pieces look like, CBOE volume or whatever. Yeah. Oh my God, air quality at 227. Need more fire in the market and less on the ground. I need some more sleep volume. Funny. That reminds me, guys, if you want to follow me on Twitter, definitely go in the description and follow me there. I think we're over 700 followers. I would love to get above 1,000 on Twitter. That would be amazing. Now, where did you get your Filecoin from? Did you mine it or wallet? So I ended up buying it. So my Filecoin came from. So this is the issue, right? I think we may have the wrong pie. So I don't know if the pie that I'm looking at is the pie that it should be, because this is, I guess, Pallane, right? PI. That's not the pie I believe that people are looking at as a main play here. It's something where I have 20,000, 28,000 coins. It's something that I do believe could make a move as long as you have volume, because it only really has, you know, what, 2 billion coins right now. The supply is less than 1 billion coins, so the market cap definitely can get higher as long as people do buy into it, but you don't have the option to buy into this position. But I don't think this is the pie that people are looking at. There's a different pie that's not listed on CoinMarketCap that it just looks different. It has the actual pie symbol. So I think you can only mine it in those cases. But I did buy this pie, I guess accidentally, but I think it is after I did see some of the capabilities, the growth potential with this position and how much I would buy. I ended up buying it. It does move quite a bit. And right now I'm sitting on about $200 worth, about 28,000 coins, and pretty good with it. I don't understand how the total supply right now is 1.5 billion. Filecoin seems like nothing but a data mining scheme to me. Yeah, I'm not sure. Is The Big Short movie also a book or just a movie? They also have a book as well. I have the book. Why did I find out about AMC afterwards and bought at 56 and 54? Like to feel like the champ when I bought at that price. Shall we just imagine how much sleep we'll be able to get post squeeze? Yeah, I guess some people no job and just hopefully you guys do something great with that money. If you have thousands of shares right now and you know that it can get into the thousands, and you're able to pocket millions of dollars at low prices, look, hopefully you guys can do something right with that money. Put $1 million into an index fund and live off of the interest. Literally live off the interest. If you get 10% per year, that could be pretty damn great off of $1 million. It's $100,000. Yes, it'll be taxed. I guess as a long-term gain, if that's what you want to do it as. But either way, you're going to gain a lot out of it and be able to live off of that interest, which would be phenomenal. You take out $100,000 every year, you put it into your bank account, and you only spend up to that $100,000, no more. And you can spend less, but no more. How you mine with the phone isn't tradable yet. Yeah, I figured that, but this one does look like it has some potential, so I'm holding on to it. And whenever I can transfer it, whenever this does find a way to get listed, maybe on Coinbase or so, when this does have a little bit more action to it, then I will transfer that over to Coinbase. But right now I have 28,000 coins and I'm sitting on it, waiting for that to make some pretty decent moves. If it gets to $1, that will be $28,000 out of a $200 investment. I'm okay with that. More than okay with that. Do you have any videos about how to live off your money? Because post squeeze, if like to try. Yeah, I don't have any videos on how you can live off your money. I can make some. I've been spending a lot of time. I haven't made like extra videos. I've usually just made the streams, an AMC video here and there, a crypto video. I do need to make more, a little bit more educational videos because that's what I was used to in the past. I would talk about potential and making money, saving money, all of that stuff, index funds, mutual funds, all of that stuff. So yes, I can find a way to make that. Once we get to levels to where people start cashing out, that's where I'll start making a lot of that content on how to live off of your money that you do have so that you're not spending it the wrong way. Because what people will do is they see, millions of dollars, like I'm paying off this debt, I'm paying off my house, I'm paying off my car. It's like, relax, just relax, take a breather, hold that into a level or into a place to where maybe it's all sitting in cash, nothing's moving, and just process it. Don't touch any of the money. I recommend don't touch any of the money probably the first 2 days. Don't do anything with it. Don't transfer it. Don't put it anywhere. Don't do anything with that money. Just process it. And that's only if you get to the point to where we actually have that happen. I think we're going to see this increase. It's going to take a while, but I think we're going to see this increase to crazy levels, and we'll all be sitting on a lot of this money. My first $500,000, I'm putting it all on Berkshire Hathaway. Yeah, let's relax. I think that's possibly a great plan, but let's just just sit on it, get an understanding of what you can do, get some suggestions, maybe a financial advisor, something like that, whatever, just to walk you through some things, and even talk to them about what you plan on doing and saying, look, I want to put this into an index fund. What's the best index fund I can put it into so I can live off of these gains? And anything like that. I'm sure they can direct you in the right way, whether you're going with a Vanguard index fund, which most people do, or you're going with, some other. What? Jumping off. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Thankfully, I'm off and I'll be able to relax. That's good. That's good to hear. Mining actually pretty easy to do. My brother-in-law mines a Bitcoin. It's just the electricity bills and keeping the rigs cool. That's pretty cool. Later, Fire King. See you later. Maybe that wasn't him. I don't know what we're talking about. Mining seems expensive and complicated. I'm kind of smart, but a little too smooth brain for that. Yeah, I don't think it's super complicated. I think it is, expensive. It's not something that I'm into doing. I'd rather just take the physical money and not, waste time, I guess, doing that. I would just put it on it. So if I have Bitcoin or if I wanted Bitcoin, I'll just buy Bitcoin. Like that's just how I roll there. Getting used to seeing that amount in your account. Yes, exactly. Get used to seeing the amount in your account. If you see 1.2 million or $5 million, it's going to blow your mind. You're going to be like, wow, like I've never seen $100,000 in one place, and now I'm seeing $1 million in one place, or $5 million in one place. And that's where you just have to process it, take it all in and say, what do I really want to do? Don't tell anybody. Don't go out and say, hey, I made $14 million on an AMC bet, because then they're basically going to say, hey, well, you giving me some of that money? Well, look, just process everything. We are seeing a dip right now in AMC down 0.28% at the moment. It dipped all the way down to 35.06, which is crazy. It was down 5% yesterday, and now it's down about 0.5% today. But yeah, just, wait it out. And when you see that money, don't get antsy to cash everything out and put it on a pair of J's and buy some new TVs and buy yourself a house and all this other stuff, because you can go through that money very, very quick. And I want you to be able to spend it like a normal person. Yeah, you can put it on money that's gonna, or you can put it on something where you're gonna save, in debt, right? If you have $1 million, I would essentially put it on that index fund first, and then that you have the rest that you're going to pay the debt off. Maybe if you have a student loan debt that's $70,000, or like I do, or $20,000 or whatever, pay that off, and go on about your day. Maybe pay off the first 15 years of your house eventually, once you get to a point where you feel comfortable with what you have and what you've established for the future. Because there's a lot more than just putting it into an index fund. You can also see growth in cryptocurrency. If you can take $50,000 and put it into cryptocurrency, I would do it. That's $50,000 that you're putting into other investments to grow more and more, So, but I have a feeling when AMC squeezes, cryptocurrency is going to be up quite a bit. So yes, I'm probably going to take some money and put it into some currency, but I'll probably pull some out at those times. Like you'll see me pull money out of maybe Anchor if it gets to a certain point, or maybe AMP if it gets to a certain point. You don't really know, or I don't really know. You need to make a live lo-fi. Look up lo-fi live on YouTube. You could put Carl in the animated lo-fi. Haven't seen a stock edition of lo-fi. Interesting. Lots of lo-fis. Okay, so there is. Matt, can you please check out GOGO for me? And what do you think about GOGO? For some reason that does ring a bell. Oh. Is that heavily shorted? It rings a bell for some reason. Like I remember somebody talking about it. Yeah, I thought so. 32.91% of free float, so 14.47 million. That's interesting. I think anytime you see anything like that, you can definitely find a point to where this can increase quite a bit. Let's see. I'm trying to look at some of these percentages to see. So it has fallen from some of these higher and higher levels. So you did see it shorted in April of 2019, 30%, and it's slowly decreasing down to 14 million. I don't know why I said percent, but 30 million versus 14 million, and now you're at 30% short interest of free float. It does look interesting from a Ortex standpoint. It is decreasing. It did decrease yesterday about 0.77%. You are looking at this. Let's look at it from the 30-minute candles. We're seeing some interesting movement here, right? You could definitely see a swing trade or a day trade out of this. Not a crazy swing trade or day trade. It doesn't really move too much, even though you are seeing fluctuation here. The scale is kind of off. So you're looking at, a low of 960 to a high of 1090. So really only $1 gain within like 2 days. Let's look at hour candlesticks. You can see that this is kind of stair stepping on the way down from a certain point after this massive drop in consolidation. It did fall down here, which created a newer high, but then started to create lower lows and lower highs, which is showing me a form of negativity. And now you're starting to see maybe a little bit of a comeback. We still didn't break that point to where we broke this high. I guess it had a test point at 1090, and that's where you're looking for that to break that point. So once it breaks 1090, that's where you'll see maybe a little bit of a reversal in that. But that would be my opinion there. It's probably something you can swing trade. Let's look at the day view. So it ended up increasing up to some of these levels and consolidating. It's a slight increase, slight elevated level of support. But you want to see it retest some of these other areas of 1090 before it ends up breaking some of these other levels. So this looks like it was a decent support level, somewhere around $9 or so. Where it did hit before, that's also a support level of 960. So you could possibly see this make a move on the way up. As of now, this looks like it might be hitting that low point to where you would see that increase back up to maybe 14. You want to see it retest 1090, break 1090, break $12, and then get all the way up to maybe $15 or so where it could break there. So that's what I'm looking at. Confused about if you will work as a financial advisor, and if so, I'd trust you. I won't. I mean, I have the background for it, the degrees for it, but I'm not going to do that. We'll have to see how everything plays out. Maybe I can create that as a side business as a financial advisor. But I'm not a financial advisor right now, though. So that's a good question. I'm so tired. I got 5 minutes and I'm gonna get some food. I'm not gonna sleep because I don't sleep. Team no sleep. Don't say anything to anyone about your money. Absolutely right. My father-in-law has a very wealthy accountant, so I'll probably be talking to him when the thing rockets. That's good to know that you have someone that I guess maybe an accountant is not that like the best person to go to. I understand that, they account for your money, but I guess some of them, maybe it is. I have an accounting degree, and I feel like some of the accounts that I know, I feel like they're very trustworthy. Whether they're wealthy or not wealthy, a lot of people know how to save money. If you were an accountant or have an accounting degree, you understand. For me, it's a little bit different because I like to spend money on things. I'm noticing that I'm spending money a lot more in the markets than anything else, which is really, really good. But I've been talking to like my brother a little bit, and he likes to go to, you know, casinos and all that. And I'm like, look, I mean, if you like to go to casinos and you like to gamble a little bit, put your money in the stock market. That's a form of gambling, but also educated gambling. If you understand just little bits and pieces of investing, you'll start to look at it as, oh, you know, I'm gambling, but I don't have, there's not 100% chance of, you know, losing my money or 100% chance of gaining 100%, you know, or, you know, doubling that money. It's not those odds. It's more or less, you can lose 10%, but you can also gain 100%, you know? Hate hood as much as we want, but they paved the way for a lot of us to be able to get into the stock market game. Yeah, that's true. That's true. To tell you the truth, we can't do anything about Robinhood. Yes, Robinhood did start the derail of the squeeze, but without that, AMC would not be to a point to where it is. Because if they didn't restrict trading, they wouldn't have reshorted the position and then shorted AMC to hell. They would have held off. So there's no way that a lot of people that are in AMC would have been in the same situation. You would have seen AMC go to levels of probably $50, $60, not to a crazy level that we're looking at now. Because without them restricted trading, we wouldn't be here. To tell you the truth, not giving them any credit, but we would not be here without them restricting the trading on AMC, because AMC hit a high of what, $20 plus dollars. So just know that it hit a high of $20 plus dollars, and now, you know, it's way above that because of the fact that they had so much in them that they were shorted after the fact. Post that half squeeze for GME was only supposed to go to $1,000, right? Maybe that level, and that's pretty much it. People were pulling out, and they were doing everything they could in order to, you know, cash out at 500 or so. So it was only supposed to go to $1,000. AMC probably was only going to go to 50, which would have been really, really good for a lot of people. But then you might have not been at this point. So in some ways, you kind of have to thank them, because this is like the play of plays. This is the squeeze of squeeze. This is the mother of all short squeezes. I believe that AMC is going to skyrocket because of the fact that it was such a low price, and they wanted to bring this down to you know, an even lower level and continue to do the same thing. Even with GME, you're going to see the same thing. GME was only supposed to be $1,000 squeeze, right? And now it's going to be something a lot bigger because of the fact that they decided to short this thing extra. Noel, thank you for this super chat. I appreciate it, or the super sticker. We are leveling up. True, I started stash, but I have a big RB portfolio. Gonna move it post squeeze. All right, guys. I guess that's it. You don't know what month do you think the releases will start? It's tough to say. I mean, it could end up happening, you know, next year. It looks like they want to prolong this thing, so we haven't even seen the FOMO buying portion of it. If we haven't seen that yet, it might take a long time for this to actually really take off. And it might be to a point to where we only see, you know, $200 this year, which $200 is better than nothing. But we're not going to see, I don't think we're going to see $1,000 this year unless they give up out of nowhere. So I have to get out of here, guys. It's 9 o'clock. I need to one, get some food, and then also, you know, I got some month-end close stuff to do. So let me see if anybody's saying anything on Twitch. No. Thank you for watching, though. But make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of my other channels. I'm going to be posting a reaction video hopefully today. I still need to post the options video. I haven't gotten around to editing it. I'm literally on the last like 10 minutes and then I got to send it over. So let's just see if, you know, he likes it, and then we can post it. It was a long video. It was like 2 hours and 2 hours plus. So I brought it down to, I think it's like an hour and like 20 minutes or something. It might even be a little bit longer than that, but I brought it down to a reasonable length. So anyways, check out some of my other channels. Follow me on Twitter if you're not following me. Follow my other social medias as well. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to get out of here, and I will catch you guys in the next video.